And this is my custom project video report presentation thing. Like I said, my name is Brooke Holben, and I'm a sophomore at Digital Media Arts at Jeff Tech. Gotta flip my words around. And this is my custom project for the fourth 9 weeks. My objective was to make a final video of pictures of my brother, because he's going off to college this August, and this is sort of like a goodbye present for him, and because I'm gonna miss him, you know. Yeah. It's gonna have pictures of him, some background music, and a little joke video at the end, because after that someone might be sad, and I don't want it to be a sad thing, so I made a little joke at the end that our family loves. So yeah. My criteria for this project was to take at least 20 decent pictures of my brother. I edited them, cropped them, added filters, and some I even added effects to if they needed it. Or if I just wanted to. I exported all the photos as 300 dpi resolution JPEGs so that they'd be nice, high quality for the video. I imported all the photos into Premiere so that I could like put them all in order for the video. I cut, copy, pasted, added transitions, and made other edits to the video, including opacity masks that allow you to make them a certain shape, whether you want it in a circle shape or a box shape or something like that, with a fade on the outside of it, or if you don't want the fade, that's up to the designer. I did put the fade on there though. And then after that was done, I exported the final video not as an MP4. That's what I planned to do, but I changed it. It is a H24. Yeah. HG24, and I put that on a flash, and I put that final video on a flash drive to take home so I could give it to my family, because that's originally the clients, you would say, for my product, or I just made it for them just because I originally made it for my brother, because I don't want him to really leave, but he's leaving. But hey, I'm happy for him. He's going to college. The softwares I used was Adobe Premiere to make the entire video, obviously. Adobe Photoshop is what I used to edit the pictures and put all the filters, the effects, stuff like that on the photos of Trent. I used Windows Media Player to preview the overall video. I'm sorry that I can't talk, but I used Microsoft Word to do all the planning, to make lists of, I think I even made a list of, why would I think? I made a list of like what pictures I was going to use and everything as well. I named them, and then I put the good pictures in a list, and then I just deleted all the bad pictures. I also used Microsoft PowerPoint because, well, you can see it here. I'm using Microsoft PowerPoint to present this beautiful presentation. Not beautiful. Oh, hello, the thingy skipped. I used my phone, like, I didn't, I can't afford an actual, camera, so I just used my phone's camera, to take most of the pictures because I can't afford a real camera, and you can't really sign out the cameras. And I didn't really want to try and go I didn't want to follow Trent around school and stuff, just in order to use a high quality camera. I could have probably used a Canon camera, but I don't have one of those, and I can't, like, sign them out of the shop or anything, so I just used my phone camera. It still has great quality, and I am actually able to put filters on there through my phone, but I don't think I put any filters on through my phone. I'm pretty sure I did all the editing in Photoshop and some in Premiere, but that's it. I used 2 different computers because the sound on my original computer, out there in the work area, I guess, its sound wasn't working for some reason, so I had to switch computers just to use the audio for it, for my educational resources and for my, my background music and stuff. I also used, as I said, the flash drive, obviously, because I need some way to transport the video back and forth. I used in-house speakers at one point because I couldn't find a good pair of headphones that actually worked and weren't being used. So I used the in-house speakers in the studio, sort of, main studio, I guess. I used the speakers out there to do some of the background music. And then headphones I used for the background music as well when I did the first part of it. Originally I had put on a Happy-Go-Lucky song that my brother loved, but it didn't exactly fit the feel of the video, so I changed it to a more, not slow, but more mellow type of song, and like my brother still likes it as well, so he would be happy with the product still. Now, my educational resources, most of what I had learned was already self-taught, like the different angles of the picture, of like how to take a picture, what I know about my phone and the different filters on my phone, but like I said, I didn't use that much, so I already knew how to use the hardware on my things. Oh, I'm sorry. I already knew how to use my hardware to take pictures. But I had found some videos on Photoshop and Premiere transitions and effects and different filters and things so that I could be able to add more things to the, not add more things, add more of those effects, transitions, filters, and whatever I needed to make the video look nice. In my production timeline, here's the thing. I completed most of the work in, like, on the desktop work, computer work, here in school. But, like I said, I had to use my phone, and I had to take pictures of my brother, so I did the hands-on picture-taking work outside of school, and I started that April 1st, and on about May 7th is whenever I stopped that, and I started to actually and I started, like, I stopped all the picture taking, stopped importing them into the computer, and I focused just on the video, because I was still editing every picture that I got. And so on the 7th, I finally cut it off. 7th? That was a Monday, right? I'm not sure. It was somewhere in that range, 7th or 8th. But yeah, that's around where I stopped taking pictures. May 10th is whenever I exported the entire video. I was done with editing, well, the preview video, because after I was like that's whenever I got the idea that the music was too happy-and-go-lucky and it didn't quite fit the feel, so I had to go back in and change that, and that allowed for the better feel of the music, better feel of the video, and I exported that, and I rendered and exported that on the 12th. And then my POS alignments. Understand the concepts of light, texture, and layers in video production. I did that by taking pictures, and I had to make sure that the pictures were bright enough, and I had to make sure that I changed the contrast or the brightness in the photos before I put them in the video. Show knowledge of editing terminology. I already showed my knowledge because I had edited an entire video and all the pictures inside of it, not including the video that I had to edit at the end of my video. Show knowledge of panning and fading for effect. I put fading transitions on my... I put fading transitions on most of my pictures. I put some unique ones in there, and I made the pictures slide around, sort of pan from one side of the screen to the other, made it look a little, not all over the place, but a little more interesting than just, here's a picture, here's a picture. Instead, it's more like fade into here, fade into here, fade out, fade into here, fade out. So yeah, it was mostly just for it to be more interesting. Use music and production techniques to establish moods. I use this by adding the background music. Like I said, I got that too happy-go-lucky music, and it wasn't really working, so I changed it to make it feel a little more calm, a little more just laid back, relaxed, rather than always hyper and jumpy, shall we say. Demonstrate proper titling and graphic creation techniques for a variety of circumstances. I use this by by titling each picture depending on what we were doing that day, and like what's in the picture. Like there was one where we were on the beach, and he was covering he was burying my brother in sand, so I titled it Trent Buried Court, because that's my other brother's name, Court. And so that I just titled all the pictures. I even titled the video Goodbye Trent, because it's meant to be a goodbye